In this video, we'll take a look at the different types of workflow reports available out of the box in Aconex. There are some standard reports that you can pull out of the Workflows register. There are three options available under Reports: Document Review Status Report, its extended version, and the Workflow Review Status Report. Let's see what insights each of these reports provides. The three reports are template-based. If you've not already chosen a template as part of a search, you'll need to select one to get started. We'll begin with the Document Review Status Report. At first, you might feel overwhelmed with all the information being displayed. To help, let's break it down. First column is the name of the process, and the next column contains the document information: its number, title, revision, discipline, type, and so on. Then the next few columns represent step-specific information such as due date, step outcome, text comments provided by reviewers, and how late it is. These columns are duplicated for each step so you can see the results and performance for each one. The step names are indicated at the top, overdue steps are highlighted in red, and completed steps are coloured as per the review status set settings to indicate whether it was approved or rejected. The legend can be found at the bottom of the table. Next, this column indicates the document status in a workflow as a whole, either completed or in progress, and the overall days late for selected documents. If a review is terminated, it will also be shown in the status column. Right next to it, there will be a note for the reason for termination. The extended version of this report is very similar. However, it has an extra column indicating the date when a specific step was completed. To summarise, we use reports 1 and 2 when we're looking to report per document. However, if you're looking for more general information and would like to see the overall status of each workflow, then the third option might be a good fit. As you can see, it indicates the number of documents within each workflow, but without showing their individual information. This report also provides details of a step's due dates and days late, as well as transmittal information. There will be hyperlinks to relevant transmittals, when the workflow is initiated, with each step completion, and the final transmittal. The last block of this report indicates how many documents are still pending and how many were completed with their specific review outcome. You can export any of these three reports using Export to Excel. The Excel report will be sent to your email and also saved to the temporary files area. There are other more specific reports for workflows here. Depending on your role, you might be interested in a report showing all workflows assigned to you individually or to your colleagues across the organisation, reports of initiated workflows and others. Let's take a look at one of them as an example, assigned to me. This report lists all outstanding and overdue workflow steps assigned to you. This standard report will list all relevant workflows, and the columns and their order are defined by the project admin. If you're looking for options to customize it, we encourage you to watch the other video. If you're happy with how it's all presented and would like to export the report, select Export to Excel under Reports. Hopefully, you found it useful to have some standard reports available for you in Aconex. However, if you are looking to include specific data in a specific layout, we encourage you to watch the other video where we discuss how to create custom reports. In another video, we look at using the standard workflow reports, but you might need a workflow report that has a specific layout, time period, or even specific users. In this video, we'll show you how to customize workflow reports. In general, to create a report, you'll need to consider the following. You'll need to filter the data to report on exactly what you need. You'll need to define the report's layout. Then you'll need to export the report if required. Let's go through these step by step and start with filtering the data or information. Double-click on the Workflows module to open the Workflow register or select Workflows in the menu. At the top, there are options for filtering. Let's take a look at a few scenarios. Let's assume you're searching for all workflows that have been scheduled to be completed in the next 7 days. To make a list of those, first we apply a filter to workflow status. Select the relevant values from the available list. In our case, it will be in progress. Move it to the right side either by double-clicking the value or clicking the right arrow. And to confirm, we click OK. Next, to indicate the time period, we select that from the date list. For example, date completed, date due, date in, and original due date. We'll select original due date to see the progress, with a cut-off date within the next 7 days, and click Search to see the results. Reports can show the workflow as a whole, but also specific steps. For example, using step status, we can search for all overdue steps and see who is holding up the process. What if you need to have individual reports for each process? In this scenario, select the template to identify what process you need to report on. But what about step outcome? For example, reporting on all rejected documents. Or run the report against individuals, both initiator and assignee. Have a play around and see what reports make sense for your project. Here's a quick reminder. All information available to you in the workflow register is for workflows initiated by you or your colleagues from your organisation, and workflow steps assigned to you individually or to your colleagues. To filter the tasks relevant to you individually, select this checkbox, or leave it empty to get a report for your organisation. Using these attributes to filter information for your report is just one aspect of reporting. Another is its layout. Default columns in the workflows register and their order are defined by the project administrator. However, for some reports you might require different information to be displayed and for the columns to be in a different order. To change the columns in your report, click Add or Remove Columns. Adding and reordering columns allow you to define your report layout. Selected columns appear on the right, and you can change the order of the columns here. Once you're happy with the selected columns in their order, click OK. Now we're just a few steps away from having a custom report. One of them is about grouping results. By default, results are grouped together by workflow number. And that's convenient because it visually defines what documents and steps belong to the same process, and in some cases, these need to be reviewed together. You can ungroup them by selecting None. Now that the results are not grouped, you might want to sort them using other criteria, and options are displayed here in Sort By. Sorting results also works by clicking a column header. Great, we're almost done. Once you have your data or information filtered, ordered and sorted, it would make sense to save all these applied filters and selected columns. To do this, we click Save Search As. Give it a meaningful name so you can recognise this report the next time. You can also share this saved search with others in your organisation or with everyone on your project, and this option might not be available depending on your role. Click OK to save the search. All saved searches are available here. It's a great time saver, especially if you're expecting to run reports regularly on a daily, weekly or monthly basis. Finally, exporting your reports. You can export your report for further data processing or just to be shared outside of Aconex. Select Export to Excel under Reports. You'll receive an email notification with the report attached, but it can also be found in the temporary files. From there you can download the file or even register it as a document. The Workflows Register is great. You can customize reports which help you to monitor and track review processes on your project, their status, and identify existing or potential bottlenecks.